basically want to talk to you guys about bullying in Japan. So, sorry, this is a lot for me. So, basically, this week, my son was bullied in his school. And I have personally witnessed bullying as an ALT in Japan, an assistant language teacher. And every time I've seen it, I haven't been happy to see these kids fighting and everything. I've tried to stop them. I've gone and gotten another teacher. I've had kids fight in my actual class and like during an English lesson, which is like crazy why you'd be fighting in the middle of an English lesson, but it's actually happened. And unfortunately, I've seen it happen more so in the elementary schools than I have in my junior high schools. So as you guys probably know, my son is in second grade in elementary school. And so basically this week during recess, so let me give you some more insight. So in elementary schools, after lunch finishes, the teachers go to their teacher's room and then the kids go and have recess. So sometimes they play in the school, sometimes they play outside, they go to the library, like whatever the kids want to do, make origami, play with clay and stuff like that. So the kids go and they have like free reign and they do what they want to do, and then after the bell rings and then they clean the school and then they go and do their fifth class, gojikame. So what happened is basically, I guess my son wanted to play with his friend who's in an older grade than his. So he went to play with his friend, and when he got up there, there was a boy basically telling another boy to punch my son. And he was saying something, basically, my son wasn't exactly understanding because we've been home for 3 months because of the virus, so my son's Japanese has gone down a little bit. But basically, I guess the boy was saying something about my son's hair color. My son has the same hair color as me, which we say is red hair. In Japan, they call it blonde hair. But yeah, so anyways, they were saying something about you punch him, no, you punch him, no, you punch him. So I guess the one boy went to punch my son, and my son turned and he, like, I guess hit the side of his arm or something. And then the boy decided, my son was telling him, you know, stop. And the kid then took him and like tackled him to the ground. And then my son kept telling him to stop. And then my son got up, and then the boy was saying he was going to punch him again. And that's when my son went to run. So it was basically two boys, one boy instigating the situation, one boy actually, you know, attacking my son. So of course there is no teachers around. So, I mean, it's not like a teacher would see something and be able to stop or do anything per se. And so, yeah, so I was really upset about the situation, because, you know, just hearing your son, you know, gets in a fight, or your child got in a fight or something is upsetting. And then to hear that it's probably related to the fact that he's not Japanese, or doesn't look like the other kids, is more upsetting. So, for example, like in Japan, like back in 2018, the statistics showed that there was like 98 point something % of people who are Japanese in Japan. The remaining percent was foreigners. So we don't make up a large population. And I mean, if you've ever been to Japan as a foreigner just to visit, if you've gone to Tokyo, it's a little bit different. In Tokyo, I feel like I don't get a second look at, like, people don't really look at me. It's just like I blend in. There's just people everywhere. They're busy. But you go to like small towns where we live, and it's just like, is what you get. When they're driving a car, they're like, and you're like, whoa, don't hit something. Yeah, like many times I'm on the phone with family in America and I'm just like, hi, I'm a foreigner. Yes, I'm walking down the street. You almost feel like you're like some movie star. But yeah, it is frustrating when you hear about these situations. And unfortunately, I had a friend who's not in Japan anymore, and she had children in Japan, and they were foreigners, and her daughters were bullied. And I remember when she told me about it, I was so angry. Like, why would people say such mean things and gesture such mean things to your children? Like, why would they say they want to kill you? And it just doesn't, I don't understand why. I mean, just because we're different and we look different, you know, doesn't mean that we should be judged any differently. You know, like my son speaks Japanese. He's been in Japan for almost 5 years and he's 8. So, I mean, he's been in Japan longer than he's been in America. He speaks Japanese. Yes, he speaks English. Yes, he looks like me, but I just don't, it's just very upsetting and frustrating to me that like this happened. So I guess what made me sad was I wasn't notified. My son notified me and I was like, wait, what? And then I got a fact check, you know, like did my son do anything wrong? Did he instigate something? We watch Pokemon a lot. Was he trying to have a battle or something in real life with real people? You know, so it's just like frustrating. But I have gone and I've talked to the school and I do feel a little bit better. I say a little bit better, but clearly, and yeah, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, I'm glad that the school at least knows what happened now. And I guess in Japanese fashion, like typically if a child like beat up another kid or something, they would call you or come to your house to actually apologize. So I'm guessing today the mother is supposed to come to my home and actually like apologize for what happened. So, and the kid says he's not going to do it again. I really hope so. But it's just upsetting because I've heard the stories about like kids getting bullied and I've seen other kids get bullied, but it hurts more when you see foreign kids getting bullied because obviously we are the minority in this country, but we're living here and we just want to be treated, you know, with respect and, you know, just treated normally and not, you know, beat up because our hair color is different, our eye color is different, our skin color is different. Because in Japan, you know, most of the kids, they all have the same hair color, same eye color, same skin tone. And even if they have a lighter shade of brown hair, sometimes those kids are asked to dye their hair to the same color as all the other students so that they match the other students. And it's not fair for them to be able to have lighter brown hair, but they might have been born like that. Some of the kids actually have a lighter shade of hair color. So I just wanted to make this video to just let you guys know that, you know, bullying does happen in Japan and it's an unfortunate thing and I really hope it does change. And I just really hope that, you know, kids can be more kind and more understanding. But it is a difficult topic and situation. And I'm sorry if I'm babbling. I'm not trying to. Just still taking it all in and soaking it all in, what happened and everything. But I do think it's important if your child does get bullied in Japan that you do go to the school and you do talk to them and get some answers and feel comfortable with the situation. I reached out to a few Japanese friends that are teachers and some of my foreign friends in and out of Japan who've had children who were bullied. And I asked them what I should do, what was their opinion. And they suggested, you know, go to the school in person, make sure you 100% understand what happened. Because I really wanted to make sure my son hadn't done anything to instigate this situation. But still, I mean, kids shouldn't be fighting and punching and throwing each other on the ground. But yeah, so go to the school, ask if you need a translator, ask them if they can provide one for you or write it down for you so you can bring it to somebody to help translate it for you and understand what happened. And I just, you know, told them, you know, I only know American culture because I grew up in America, I was raised in America. I don't understand Japanese culture. So I don't know what you do with these situations. Do you suspend a kid, expel a kid? Like, I don't know what you do. So I just try to explain to them, like, this is what I know, and this is, you know, our culture. So I don't know about your culture. So if your culture is that the parents come and apologize to my house, then fine, please tell the mother to come apologize. You know, if this is your culture, I need to learn it. I need to understand it too. So, but I just hope this video brings some awareness to the fact that as foreigners in Japan, these things do happen. And it is unfortunate, especially when it happens to children. You just don't think it's fair. But yeah, so I just hope it brings some attention to this fact. And I appreciate you all tuning in. And it looks like rainy season has officially started in June. So woohoo. So yeah, so stay dry if you're in Japan and stay healthy. And thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.